Happy holidays once again. It's Barbara from Caring Arts back with more holiday card making for you. Hope you've seen the first two videos. If not, make sure you check those out. But today we're going to make this three-dimensional Christmas tree card design. It's really easy. The list of materials you need is in the description of the video. But now we're just going to get started. For this Christmas tree design, we need to choose a color paper for our background. I happen to have this kind of parchment type paper. It's cardstock and it's 8.5 by 11. It's just something I have and I like it, so I'm going to use this. But you can use plain white, you can use a color. You probably want it to be a lighter color than the Christmas tree, but however you want to do it is fine. So I'm going to make use of this. And then the next thing we need to do is to cut a stencil so that both halves of our trees are the same size. So I'm going to take a scrap piece of just white cardstock and I'm going to draw a little stencil that I can use. So I just put my ruler, I used the two edges of the paper and made a triangle, and I'm going to cut that out. Now this can be any size triangle you want. You just want to make sure that it fits on the page. So it can be fatter or shorter, but you want it to make sure it fits on your card. So we're going to make use of that. And then the next thing we need to do is choose a color green. If you want it to be green, it can be any color you want. But I'm going to use a kind of a bright green here. And you need a piece that's folded in half. It doesn't really matter what size it is, as long as your stencil fits onto it. And then you want to line your stencil up on the side and the bottom, and then use that to draw a line for your tree. I'm going to cut that out. And then you want to make another one. I don't know if this fits here. It doesn't, so I need to fold another piece over here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use my stencil, line it up on the edges, and use my pencil to make the triangle. Make sure you hold it. You can also use your ruler for that. And then just cut that out once again. So now you should have two halves of a Christmas tree that you can put together. One side of mine is a little bit higher than the other, but actually I like the way that looks. So we're going to put that on the paper, and you need to line up where exactly you want it to go. And then glue it down. And again, your fold needs to be in the middle. I'm going to move it down a little bit. And then do the same thing with the other side. If you prefer, sometimes you can use a Q-tip or a toothpick to put the glue on. I like it right out of the bottle. But you can also use a glue stick. Doesn't have to be a bottle. So now I've got my three-dimensional Christmas tree. I need a little tree trunk at the bottom. You could also draw a tree skirt, however you want to do it. So feel free to adapt these designs, and after doing a few of them, you can probably come up with your own design ideas. So I'm just going to put a little tree stump and color that in. I'm using a brown Sharpie for that. You could use black. There we go. And now I need a star at the top. I like to just freehand a star. You could use orange or yellow, whatever you like. If you're going to make a bunch of these, you might also want to do a stencil which I cut this one out from white cardstock. And then you can use that so all your stars are the same if you're making a bunch of cards. But I'm just going to freehand a star here. And stars do not need to be perfect unless you want them to be. Then, you know, you'll have to work harder at that. I don't really care if they're perfect or not. I like imperfect things. There's great charm and beauty in things that do not appear perfect. Now you can see my pencil lines are showing, but I'm going to use the other side of the star actually. There. So I'm going to put that on top of my tree and paste it down. And then the next thing we want to do is add some little lights. Now, once again, I want to use sequins because I like having a little sparkle on my tree. So I happen to have some colored sequins, and I'm going to make use of that. But if you don't have sequins, you can also just take a hole punch and take a bunch of different scrap pieces of paper and cut some different holes, just like that. And you can paste those onto the paper. I like to have the little sparkle of the sequins, so I'm going to use those. And just put a dot of glue along the edge of the tree. You can put it all over the tree if you prefer. And just put your sequins on there. You can also draw little lights if you want right on the edge with some color markers. So just add all your sequins. There you go. Just added all my little sequins. We will let that dry, and you have a beautiful card. Just pop it in an envelope. You can even get some red envelopes from the craft shop and just flatten down your tree and pop it in there and pop it in the mail. Make sure you write a lovely message on the inside.